Yes, hello everyone. How are things? Hope things are great. Yeah, so it's been a while. I think I took almost a 1 week break from streaming and YouTube, but yeah, we are back in action, back in time, and yeah, we are going to be continuing this scene that we were working on in the previous live stream. And you can see what I was trying to do. I was trying to create this cornfield uh, using this piece here by Michal Saleta. It's an amazing artwork. Yeah, and we learn by imitation, so that's what we're doing, imitating great artists. So how is everyone? How have your week been? How has your month been? How was your February? Yeah, let's get into it. But before we get into it, let's jump right through the. Let's go through the add-ons that I want to promote today. Yeah, so the first add-on I want to promote today, if you are in market for a sci-fi add-on that generates cities quickly, the Simple Sci-Fi Pro plus Flex is an amazing add-on to generate cities very, very easily for you in a few clicks. You can check out the description. I'll be leaving a link in the chat. And yeah, already 1,200 of you have already got it, so you can be assured that this is an amazing add-on. The other add-on I want to promote is the Fluent Stress Modeling tool. This is an add-on that really is great at modeling. It's basically a new way of modeling in Blender. You can see how easily it can make it's box modeling, hard surface modeling. It just gives you access to a lot of new features, new tools that are not in the default Blender. So you can see you can use grid modeling. Just look at some of the pieces they have used to make this used with this, and you can tell that this is an amazing piece. You can see easy cloth work and everything else. Yeah, so I'll be leaving a link for this in the chat as well. And yeah, so let's go to the other add-on I want to promote, which is, I think I missed the add-on I was wanting to promote. Anyway, so the last page I want to promote is my own stuff, which is CG Trader, my online marketplace, or my online store, which is a collection of 3D models. You can see some of the assets we made live stream are also here. Some of the projects we made live stream are also here. If you want to get one of these, check them out. I can see I have a ton of projects up here, and I'm uploading constantly onto this site. I have another artist that helps me with modeling and everything, so you can be assured we're going to be pushing out a lot of content, PBR content mostly from now on. So if you are into that kind of stuff, if you're looking for models to use in your projects, yeah, you can go to the links provided in the description. And yeah, also helps out the channel when you buy from that store. Yeah, so let's continue here. Hello Vinit, how are you doing? Glad to see you. How has everything been? Okay, so let's continue with the cone here. We had already made the cone. We had made the cone, like you see here. I think it's well made. Maybe one thing I could do in this cone, for this cone, let me first. One thing I could do is make some of these more brownish, but no, let's first go with a simple setup. So let's go back to the cone field. And go here to the particle system. Now, I think I could push the camera a bit closer as well, so yeah, the sun is a bit too bright, so let's go bring that down. and maybe bring the sun itself down. I think that's starting to look good. Hello, AR Animation. How are you? Glad to hear that you're a big fan. How's everything? I can add a surface smooth here. Already you can see, I think I like how the cone is looking. The problem is a bit tilted at an angle, so let me go back to the particle system just to get rid of that. Not sure why. If I use yeah, something like that. I'm also an animator. You're an animator? Nice, nice. Do you work for a studio or you work for yourself? Let's add some grass here. I have my own grass from my asset library, so let me grab that. I think it's this here. I like to reuse stuff that I've already made so that I don't have to waste too much time remaking things that I already have. So that's why you see I use my asset library quite a lot for that. Hello, Dave's Studio. How are you? How's everything? Any new amazing stuff? Fine, good to know. That's good to know. Let me add in more grass. If I suppose this. Hello, Herald Mola. How are you? Glad to see you joining us. Yeah, so I made this grass from previous live streams. So if you're wondering where I'm getting this, yeah, this is all from previous live streams. Just trying to reuse it here so that we don't spend too much time doing stuff that we have already done before. I guess I can use a shrink wrap. Hello, bro, super fan of your tutorials and work. Thank you, Ben Mutamba. Ben Mutamba. Oh, okay, I recognize the name is Ugandan. Chechiru. Okay. Let's see. I think they're starting to look interesting. Just have a denoiser here. Maybe also raise the camera a bit. And we can have a house somewhere there. Maybe you can also reduce on. Actually, we need as many as. And one thing I'm realizing is maybe we need to change to have the cone look a bit more brownish as well. So let me see if I can No, I am Congolese, but it's a first time someone actually pronounces my name correctly. Ah, nice. I guess we have the same names here because we're neighbors. The name seems Ugandan. But how is Congo? How is things there? Seeing a lot of repeating in this. So let's see. Let me see if I can randomize the cone height. Or something like that. Let me grab a house. Home. I have this house that I made again from previous videos, so let me add that in the background. I'm not in Congo at the moment, but things seem to be okay. I didn't know you were from Uganda. Yeah, I am. Put this far. Let me also. Hello, Lutaremoa. How are you? Good morning. We can add maybe a tree here to have the same compositions. So I'm going to use the botanical add-on here to spawn some trees into the scene. Let me grab a tree like this, have it somewhere. Good morning. Yes. I think the sun can be from this direction. So let me change this to 45. And then maybe give it a little elevation. I've been seeing Uganda animation growing very fast, and I have watched few short films here on YouTube. Ah, nice. Yeah, we have a growing community, which is nice. Our community is growing more and more. Yeah. So I have different types of grass in my scene that I'm mixing in with everything else to make things more populated without adding too much particles, hopefully. Hello, Matthew Gonzalez. If I want to learn geonodes seriously, what math topic should I start? Should I study? Yeah, I think I saw a tutorial series about geometric math in Blender. So you could start there. I don't really remember the video itself, but if you search for, let me see if I can get it for you. There is a good tutorial introducing math in Blender. Yeah, there is this. So just search for things like this. It can also Bad Nomos has a lot of great tutorials. You can check him out. He's growing quite fast. Let me see. Yeah, he has some amazing tutorials. No problem. No problem. Are you working on a short animated film yourself, or is just a demo that I'm seeing? No, I'm not. An animated series film is quite a lot of work, and yeah. No, I'm not working on anything like that. I just like to teach myself and also teach others. That's why I do it. I do this. Let me see, what else can we add in here? Let me see if I have any containers. Container. Think I have a tractor that we can bring in here. Put it somewhere in the middle. There might also need hello, Eugene Rendell. How are you? Glad to see you here. I think I have too much cone, so it's kind of making it difficult to tell that this is cone. Do you have any contact details where I can reach you if I need any help for assistance? Yes, you can use ! Discord, and yeah, you can send me a message there directly. I think I can add a light here. Usually helps. So let me first pause this for a bit. Add an area light around here. Let's see. Maybe that's a bit too much. Now maybe we can also add this kind of fence around here. Fence. Have a few different types. So let me pause for a bit. And I think I also can add a pole, this electricity pole somewhere. Maybe I can even add it closer. Maybe another one in the back. Can add some mountains in the back. I don't know. Do anyone here use a Mac computer? Yeah, that's a nice question, but I myself don't use a Mac. Okay, I think things are starting to look better. Though I think we don't need a second pole here. One is enough. Mac is not good for Blender. Yeah, Mac is not very compatible with I don't know. I've used it, but not very much. I didn't. Yeah. The iMac is super slow. What version of iMac do you have? Because I think there are multiple versions. Yeah, it's not very compatible with a lot of art. It's not. Yeah, I just don't like it when it comes to doing any good work. Every day in live, yeah, I live stream nearly every day. It's just that the last week I wasn't very active. I want to add some mega stuff, very large stuff in the background there. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Joram. Thank you. I also have this Midwest building, office building. Let me see if we. Though I would prefer, or I prefer if I would just. Let me see, because I think. Is there a way to increase the render time of volumetrics in cycles? Are you mean to decrease? Because I don't think anyone would want to increase render time. Yeah, I'm not very sure. Volumetrics are kind of always difficult to render. They're CPU heavy, so I'm not sure if there is much you could do. Why is nodes so hard to learn? That's why I use Moho Pro instead of Toon Boom, and now with Blender I feel like I don't have a choice. Yeah, you can't really escape nodes because they're everywhere. If you escape them, if you try to avoid them in Blender, you find them in a different application. So just try and learn them. Yeah, they're difficult to learn, but when you get the hang of it, then it becomes easier as you go. Yeah, you definitely should get a PC because then you have, it opens up a lot of options for you. A Mac is a bit limited, I think. Yeah, I was surprised you wanted to increase render times because very few people would want that. I definitely would not want that. Okay, so this project is getting quite heavy and I don't see much I could do to improve it. So what I'm going to do is let's go to ArtStation, find something different to work on. I'll do this, do a quick render for this, and yeah, let's go to art station, find something different, and that we can work on. Yeah, and by the way, if you want to, you should really learn nodes, how to use nodes, because Blender is also introducing new nodes, because I heard there is a new feature they're bringing into Blender texture nodes. Yeah, I saw an Andrew Price. So they're introducing new texture nodes in Blender. So yeah, you definitely need to learn Blender, because it's going to be a bit difficult for you to do anything without knowing how to use Blender. So do you add volumetrics in post? Volumetrics, I don't think that would be volumetrics. That would just be post-processing, just adding, painting them in, because volumetrics can't be added in post, I think. I don't know. I don't think you can add them in post-production. You have to do them, or maybe you can render them as a separate layer. Hello, PSCC, how are you? I try to follow your work, but my computer just crashes. Yeah, you need a beefy computer, man. And Macs are not, Mac PCs are not known for their. Yeah, you rarely see any heavy graphics or 3D artists use Mac. It's a bit limited. Yeah, I'm trying to find something we could work on here in the next few minutes. With Unreal Engine 5 out, should I consider rendering my animation in Unreal Engine 5? Because with my computer, it takes ages to render with Blender. Well, you can consider that, but do you know how to use Unreal Engine? Because there is a learning curve there as well. And you also have to have objects and stuff already made for Unreal Engine. So you can't just get objects in Blender and use them in Unreal Engine. You have to export them, bake the textures. So it's a lot of work as well. This is a nice piece by Luzhan Liu. And I'm seeing he used Blender for this, which is amazing. Very, very nice piece. And you know what? I think I'd like to try something like this. It looks, yeah, these are the guns and what Batovich stuff is a bit, looks complicated, but let's try and make something like this. This is a game by Luzhan Liu, a Blender artist. So let's try and see if we can do something similar in the remaining minutes. Can you please give some suggestion on how to make 3D lenses look like it is shot from a rear camera? Well, so this also looks like it's rendered from a rear camera. So it's just, that's a very broad question. You have to do a lot of things to get. You have to have the textures done right. You have to have your composition done right, rendering right. So it's not just a simple tip or suggestion. Yeah, let's try to. I like his muddy piece here. So let's try and get something like that. Let me see, what does he have in the background? Because the background is usually a bit difficult to feel. There isn't much except these tanks, whatever they are. So let's start with the water. So let me bring my camera here. Let's use a wide angle camera, 25. I'm going to make sure I'm in cycles. Okay, bring in the sky texture, just bring it down, and yeah, something like that. Do you model or sculpt with the mouse, or do you use a graphics tablet like Wacom? I have a Wacom, but I rarely use it. So mostly I'm just sculpting directly with my mouse, and I don't really sculpt that complicated, a lot of complicated stuff, so I can get away with using a mouse. Okay, so I want to have a terrain here, so let's do some quick sculpting using my mouse again. Thank you, Osgar Orik, for subscribing. Yeah, if you're new here and you would like to subscribe, that would be amazing. Okay, so have a terrain here, just a simple terrain like this. Don't have to do much. Let's see how that looks. Maybe I can rotate it just a bit like that. And we need to create a muddy surface. So let me grab let me see, do I have some sand material here? Add that like that. Let me just do a cube projection. Okay, to make this more muddy, I'm going to make it a bit dark like that. Let me call this wall. Okay, let me create a new folder. This is March. We are in March, and this is wall. Do you stream daily? Yeah, I try to stream daily. Now let's sculpt this more. So let's add a layer of water. Like that. So for the water, let's start with a new material. Make it brownish dark or dark brown. Like that. I'm going to grab animate texture, resources, let me see. I think this can work as mud. Just scale it. Yeah, you can see it makes for good mud, but I don't want everywhere to be muddy, so let me also reduce this a bit. Because I don't want this to, let me first invert this and see. How long have you been using Blender, and any tips on how anyone can learn quickly? Well, you just watch a lot of tutorials, but I've been using Blender since, I don't remember, 2010? Yeah, so about 10 years. Have your work been watching you for last few years? Nice. So when did you start watching? Hello, Fire Trap, how are you? Burning Trap. Good. What's the subject today? If Blender's too slow at rendering, can't you export meshes and scenes as FBX into Unreal Engine? Yeah, I can, but yeah, most of the work is ahead of you if you do that, because Unreal Engine doesn't support Blender materials, so you have to do all the textures, all the materials again in Unreal Engine. So yeah, it's still a lot of work. Even just exporting objects into Unreal Engine is a lot of work. But I think I'll also start doing some Unreal Engine tutorials, and because I want to get into game development, so maybe in the evening we could be doing some game tutorials, so some Unreal Engine tutorials or live streams. 3 years ago? Nice. Hello, Obi John Kenobi. How are you? Okay, so let's yeah, we have the mud. Let's make it a bit rough. And I think we can also bring in some noise texture like this. Let's scale this down. Scale it down a bit, maybe add a color ramp. I'm new to Blender. Do you create your own material node setup, or is it easy to just find them online? I create them myself and just reuse them when it's necessary. So like if I set up this material and it looks good, I save it to my asset library and then reuse that whenever I need to. Let me do a multiply here. Yeah, because yeah, something like that. Oh, let's try subtract. Let's try multiply. I'm making Earth, gonna render it tonight. Ah, nice. Okay, so let's bring in some grass, which I already have. So let me do this grass. I have a bunch of different grass, so let me bring that in. And I shouldn't be this tall, so let's make it less tall. I think we can have it on here. And then we can do bro, what time is it in your country? Here is 5 a.m. I wish I could watch your stuff live at noon or something. Yeah, so it's 11 a.m. here. That's usually the time I start streaming, but I want to start doing 2 live streams, one in the morning, one in the evening, because I have different audiences in different and different time zones. And yeah, the evening live stream will be mostly Unreal because I want to get into game development, which I know most of you might be interested in as well. So I don't know, I'm thinking of doing that. The water and land need contrast. I'm not sure what you mean, need contrast. Okay, so maybe I could make this a bit darker because this is not water. This I want to make it look like mud. So I guess I can also play with the change the elevation to something like 5. Nah, actually need it to be up, and maybe the rotation can be 45. 90. Nah. Okay. It's 7:25 p.m. for me. Oh, BNation, where are you from? Because I remember you have told me, but is it? Because I think India. I thought you are from India or somewhere from Asia, but we're in the same time zone. So 7:25 means that you are from a different country than I thought. That's great to hear that you are stepping in the game development, but I use Unity because Unreal Engine has a hard learning curve, and C++ is no joke. No, I won't be using C++. I'll be using blueprints unless when it's necessary for me to jump into C++. I will have to learn that, I guess. Are you from Australia? Ah, nice. Oh, so that's why you are ahead of us. Thanks a lot for answering all my questions. Really appreciate that. I am going to recommend your channel to people. Thanks again. Oh, you're welcome, man. That's why I love live streams, because they are quite interactive. Let's get some rocks. Let me pause for a bit. I have a few. I have a few rocks. Some are from the Megascans library, like this here. Some I made them myself. So let me ask, how many of you use the Blender asset browser? It's because I have my own version. I find myself rarely never using the asset browser that comes with Blender. Add the rock in the background, doing a rock eyebrow raise. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean there. I love your channel, mate. Thank you. Bla Vendetta. Thank you. Let me see. You don't know how to use the asset library? No, I mean the asset browser that comes with Blender. I had sent you my Punisher challenge video on Discord. Was it good? Yeah, I think I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, it looked nice. It looked nice. Loved it. I think I need a way to break up the reflections a bit, so maybe we could use this as the roughness as well. Yeah, so yeah, I think that makes it much better. So let me add a mix node. I use both. You use both what? But Unreal and Unity. I want to see how we look that tank in the end, or like this tank. Maybe we can even start working on this tank. Let me have it here. Okay, so let's do the tank. Start with a circle. Let me first pause. Can add. Let's add